get me down again.
Hey guys, CR Classics here. Welcome back to another video, a new video, an interesting video, an exciting thing for me. It's the first episode of a new series I'm making called Under the Cover, where it's basically showing you all cars that we drive past every day in our cars and think, oh, that looks like an interesting car under that cover or sheet. I wonder what it is. So I'm going to be revealing what some of those cars are, where the owners or keepers have allowed me to, and showing you guys and telling you interesting things about those cars and things like that. So without further ado, let's get into the first episode. So, welcome to the first episode. The first car we have, the first one I've been lucky enough to film, is this. Some of you may know what it is if you're quite regular on my channel, or an enthusiast of the brand. Some of you may notice a few little clues with these wheels, the shape of the car, where certain things are, like down here. Like I said, these cars aren't always, you know, show cars. Some of them will be restoration jobs, some of them will be barn finds, some of them will be show cars, but it's just a mystery. It's an adventure. It's what we find when we're driving around and we stop and we talk to owners and actually get out the car and ask the question, what's under the cover? So yeah, let's have a look at this car and see what's under the cover. Red. It's got a familiar badge. I think I know what one of these is. It is a Lotus Esprit. So this is a 1985 Lotus Esprit S3. This is the 2.2. Obviously mine, which some of you may know, is a 1979 S2, which is just the 2 litre. This is a normally aspirated one. This is not a turbo car. It's the one just before. It's quite a rare car. With it was only 700 or so made and sold. When there was over, I think, 3,500 turbo variants of this made. It's in a lovely red, which is a real supercar colour, as you can see. And this obviously isn't a show car. It needs some TLC, but everything seems to be with it. It seems to be a pretty straight car. All the numbers and everything are with it, and it's got these gorgeous BBS wheels on it as well. Which I don't know about you guys, but I really love those in gold as well, which is awfully tempting for my car. So I'm annoyed that these guys on the S3s have got those and the S2s haven't, but it is what it is. So this car also has, I'm trying to run through things that my car hasn't got that this car has got. So this has got a beautiful sunroof as well, which I think really makes the interior. It's got the more famous Lotus Esprit seats in it, the part leather seats as well, with those big chunky sides on them as well. Obviously it's not in the best condition, as you guys can see. It may need some re-trimming work in there, but it has got a lovely binnacle in here as well, which is what the Lotus Esprit is famous for, which hasn't changed an awful lot since my car. It's still got the 5-speed gearbox, Citroen gearbox in it, and everything really, it's the same body. It's still a Giugiaro designed car. It's still the Wedge designed car before they moved on to the later, more rounded design. But it's, I think it's a typical Esprit shape. I think when they started to move away from the Wedge shape, they lost that little bit of Italian magic, that Giugiaro magic. As you can see on this car, the badge, the Giugiaro badge, once was there. It once read Giugiaro, but I think it's worn away now. But the style of the car definitely hasn't worn away. It still looks pretty stunning, even in the condition it's in. Obviously, this car has little additions to the S2. Like inside, it has what I believe to be a better conditioning system. Not sure whether it's air conditioning or not, but it's they've obviously got the fans in the middle underneath the radio, and it's still got, which I think it's still got the, is that lovely Blaupunkt radio in there, which looks original as well, from 1985, which is very rare indeed to still find those in the cars. So it's definitely a good example, and it is actually for sale. The owner has told me to mention it. It is for sale. So someone who fancies a restoration job, I think, will have one here. Obviously at the back, I'm not sure whether these should be red or if they should be black. I know on the S2s on my car, that's black, these are black, same lights, same exhaust system, obviously slightly different design here. These cars have got the little lip here, which means you can open the boot without chopping your fingers off, which is very good, especially when you're an owner. You notice things like that. It's got Lotus stamped here, which I really like as well, which is very famous. What the turbo cars had, they had little things like that, a bit more of a flashy Esprit name. In here you'll find a pretty similar engine to the S2, slightly bigger with a 2.2, but like I said, naturally aspirated, so it's not a turbo car. Does need some work, but everything seems to be there. It does need a tidy, but everything seems to be there, which is very rare with Lotus. A lot of them get lost or burnt, or something happens to them along the way. But the owner of this car definitely has looked after it, and it does just need some restoration work doing to it. But I think it's a very, very interesting car. Definitely worth stopping by on the road. It's more of a story than if you just drive by saying, I wonder what that was, that little red nose of a car I can see underneath that cover. And that's what this series is all about. It's all about figuring out the mystery of what's under the covers of the car. So this is the first one. This is a 1985 Lotus Esprit Series 3. And I thought I'd share it with you guys. There's plenty more episodes to come. Please like, subscribe, all of that if you like this. Let me know what you think of the series idea and of the car, obviously. And I'll see you for the next episode. CR Classics, out.